Okay, at the start of this week, I swore I was going to be more positive, but then this happens. So I'm going to do a couple of things here. First, I am going to completely 180 my original objections to this film. If you look back at some of the older videos where I've talked about this project, as opposed to the last couple, my original issue with this movie is the issue I have with pretty much any time an animated classic gets remade in live action. I feel it undermines the art of animation and treats it as a redheaded stepchild, while live action is brought in to be the real movie, and I hate that. So originally, my concern was that was all that they were doing, and that they were going to, in my view, undermine the original by doing that. Now, while I still don't enjoy that practice, and I will continue to refuse to see Disney's live action remakes of its animated classics, in this specific case, I now would have preferred if what I was afraid of originally was what was happening. Because if I remove my baggage and my issues with when animated things get remade in live action, a live action just version of the 90s anime film would have been very cool. And again, if I sort of step out of my own head, I think more people deserve to see that story and to understand that story and to get just their mind warped and thinking about big ideas the way that I got to seeing the animated version. There's no reason that people, just because they're not into anime, shouldn't get to experience that. So you know what? I wish that's what this movie was now. But this trailer kind of shows to me that's not what this movie is. This movie is something that it didn't even occur to me was going to happen, which was how badly they were going to strip mine and dumb down and ugh. Okay, I talked about the dumbing down in the last video I did, and that was based off nothing but a motion trailer that was re-emphasizing the "they didn't save your life, they stole it" line. Well, they've now gone beyond doubling down. They've like triple, quadrupled down on this thing, and this latest trailer basically, to me, locks down that they aren't making Ghost in the Shell. They are making the standard template, generic government agent is being used by their own agency story that has been done to death since the 90s. And just putting a Ghost in the Shell cyberpunk sheen over it. There's all this emphasis on she can't remember her past, she can only remember snippets of it. They've got bits of her confronting, her superiors. And the villain's whole thing seems to be opening up her mind to how she's being used. Like, you know what? I know this exact plot. I saw it in direct to VHS, not even direct to DVD, direct to VHS 90s movies that would litter the shelves of my local video store. All of them had this plot. This is rote, generic, person works for the government but realizes they're working for the bad guys plot. That everything that they are showing us in terms of plot points indicates that, and it's this movie, this story, the series, the manga, which I've now finished as I'm recording this, all of it deserves better than that generic crap. That is made for TV level junk, and you don't save it by making it look really cool. And you know what? The movie still does look cool. But what made Ghost in the Shell amazing was not just that it looked cool, but it was dealing with big ideas and philosophical ideas, and that she wasn't looking back to her past that she'd lost. She was looking forward to the future of what she was becoming, and that scared her much more than how she might have changed from what she used to be. And that is what made fans really latch on and gravitate and go, whoa, with this thing. Not the generic, they're hiding your past from you junk. I am rapidly reaching the point where I may not have it in me to go to the theater to see this. I had said that I would. I was planning to, but like I said, what they're doing, what they appear to be doing, and again, I will reserve the possibility that marketing is just screwing this all up. The movie isn't actually like this, and the marketing is dumbing it down to make it more palpable to get butts in seats, and maybe the movie itself is much headier. That is possible, but I'm not going to extend that as a benefit of the doubt. I'm going to assume that what they're showing me is representative of the film, and if it is, I don't want it. So I'm now looking at the possibility of not going to see this movie. I might not. I've really reached a point in my life. Look, I love doing these videos. I would like to do more reviews. I would like to do more reviews of things as they first come out, but I don't make a living off this. It's not worth it to me to rush out to something that I'm pretty sure I'm gonna hate. So I'm gonna be keeping an eye on the market. I'm gonna see if there's something that I can grab onto other than the visuals that will give me a reason to go and see this. And you know what? Maybe if the reviews are good enough, if I hear from enough people who I know personally, whose opinions I trust, that it's good, maybe that'll be enough to get me in the seat. But as it stands right now, based off the marketing I'm seeing, And so that's the latest foul mood that I have been sent into thanks to the marketing for Ghost in the Shell. Did you see the latest trailer? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, drop something down in the comments. Let's talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, check me out on Twitter at Council of Geeks. Give a listen to the Council of Geeks podcast available on iTunes and Stitcher. And until next time, this council is adjourned.